Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan, and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today, I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood to see what's new this week. So how about you and I dive right in? Oh yeah, back at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. Now before we head into the theme park, I just want to give you a quick update on that construction happening at the old Starbucks location on City Walk. We're going to start off here at City Walk. This is the current work happening on the old Starbucks and Blaze Pizza location. And I'm still thinking that it's going to be Starbucks because if you can see very closely through the scrim there, the Starbucks sign is still up. Crews are working on whatever this is going to be. So yeah, I'm still thinking it's going to be a giant Starbucks. It has to be. And just as a heads up, this video is going to be very quick. It's not going to be like a super long 15 or 20 minute video. We're just going to go over the basics. Super easy entry process. It's a little gloomy today, but it is very hot. It's a little humid today too. Now, as far as any announcements of what's going to be happening up here for Halloween Horror Nights, there's still nothing yet. This is all a mystery, and I'm sure will be revealed very, very soon. Yeah, John talked about a scare zone, but it wasn't up here in the front. Let's jump inside the Universal Studios store because they have some new Halloween Horror Nights merch available. Yeah, Halloween Horror Nights made some amazing announcements the other day, and they have some merch to coincide with some of that. Oh yeah, We Shall Fear No Evil. The Exorcist is coming to Halloween Horror Nights for 2023. The new movie, not the old school movie. This is Exorcist the Believer. I think that's what it's called. Exorcist, oh no, The Exorcist Believer. And they have these glasses available, which is nice. See, $15 for those. Now, unless I'm just not seeing it, I do not see any of the classic Universal Monsters merch for the Halloween Horror Nights announcement. So maybe that will come later when they eventually bring in some more Halloween stuff in general. I'm assuming they're gonna have a t-shirt for that haunted house. And trust me, if it's like last year, they're gonna have no shortage of Halloween stuff. And since we're up here in the front entrance, here's your latest look at the work happening on the New York Street facades. Still no official word on what this is going to be, but a lot of rumors online are pointing towards a new quick service location, which would make sense because a long time ago, like I've mentioned in previous videos, they did have a candy store here. And as far as any Halloween decorations, nothing yet, but very, very soon, I'm assuming here in the next week or so, we're gonna see some decorations. Because around this time last year is when they started to do all the load-in for all the Halloween stuff. And over in Orlando, at Universal Orlando, all the Scare Zone stuff is being loaded in right now. It's pretty crazy when you think about it, how fast the year is going. And speaking of being fast, yeah, here is the current look at the new Fast and the Furious roller coaster opening up here soon at Universal Studios Hollywood. Crews are working on it today. You can see this particular piece of machinery is moving around. Since the two buildings have been demolished, I'm assuming the next step is to grade the area, to level it all out so they can prep for the new construction, the new buildings that will eventually go in this spot. Now here in the Universal Plaza, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on things because around this time last year is when they started to prepare for the Dia de los Muertos kind of entertainment space with the bar and the food and the characters and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm thinking here in the next few days, they're gonna do the same thing. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. The Fast and the Furious stuff should be moving out very soon. And a little bit more on the subject of Halloween Horror Nights. At Midsummer Scream, John Murdy officially announced the Parisian Courtyard Haunted House, which will be Monsters of Latin America. And I'll put in a couple photos of what the house is supposed to look like from the Midsummer Scream panel. And I gotta say, this haunted house looks absolutely stunning. The set design, just like La Llorona was last year, looks to be absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to experience this. I'm sure it's going to be just as good, if not better, than La Llorona. They do such a great job with the original haunted houses here in Hollywood, and I'm so looking forward to this one. In addition to the Parisian Courtyard Haunted House sneak peek, John also showed off some images of the classic Universal Monsters Haunted House, which looked gorgeous as well. There's like a hallway that he showed that had a bunch of skulls in it. It was like an underground cave, cavern kind of thing that we'd see in Paris, and it just looks so good. And over here at the Lookout, here's your current look at all of the demo happening on that Fast and the Furious roller coaster construction site. Yeah, both the animal actors and special effects buildings have been reduced to rubble. You can see that for the animal actors building, they're working on taking out the underground section, all the concrete that's down there, they're just kind of chipping away at. And there's also some equipment over by the special effects stage area taking out all of that stuff as well. So there's still going to be quite a few more weeks of demolition just to get all of the old infrastructure out so they can prep the area for all the new stuff. We still don't have an official piece of concept art for the roller coaster or the layout of the roller coaster. I know there's a lot of people online speculating about that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to see what the official statement's going to be from Universal as far as how big this thing is going to be, how fast it's going to be. Nonetheless, I am just super excited for an all-new roller coaster to be coming to Hollywood, because we desperately need one, especially because I'm a coaster enthusiast and total coaster nerd, and hey, the more coasters the better. But like I pointed out in my previous video, since they have the construction fence kind of go down the hill a little bit here, I would assume that the coaster layout is going to be in this general area, because they're not going to be able to fit a big roller coaster in this section. They could put a really fun roller coaster there, but it wouldn't be anything insane to represent the Fast and the Furious franchise. So I'm assuming they're going to go a little bit bigger than that and maybe go over here, because yeah, there's a lot of work happening as far as putting up fencing down the tram route there, unless this is something totally different, but I doubt it. I think this is all for the coaster. Also, during the Midsummer Scream panel, John Murdy announced the scare zone that will be going right here in French Street. And just like last year, this scare zone will complement the haunted house very well. I really love how they do the haunted house here, and then you come out into the scare zone. It's almost like a continuation of what you just experienced in the Parisian Courtyard. It's pretty cool. And this year, I think the characters are going to look spectacular as well. Made my way down the first escalator so I can get a view into The Last of Us, the haunted house that's going in behind Revenge of the Mummy. And this week, even more details are starting to appear on the facade. The facade looks fantastic. I wasn't sure how this one was all going to play out, but oh yeah, it looks really good so far. And there's still so much work to be done, because we still have a few more weeks until Halloween Horror Nights officially opens here in Hollywood. And you can see down the facade, they have some writing on the walls, and they have some greenery that's going in, because since it's The Last of Us, there's a lot of tree growth and weeds and shrubs kind of everywhere, because the city has just been overtaken. So it's going to be interesting to see how much more of that gets put on the facade. But yeah, like I was saying, it looks great, so I can't wait to see the finished product. And just as a heads up, if you couldn't tell, yeah, apologize about the language on the facade. It is Halloween Horror Nights, so a lot of things are R-rated. Remember, this is not a kids event, so it's to be expected. And here's a look at the other side of the project. They've kept the Universal City sign up, so maybe they'll incorporate it in the new design, hopefully, fingers crossed. The fencing is still kind of lined up down the tram route here. There's no markings on any trees or anything just yet. I would assume that some of these trees are going to have to go if the coaster goes down over here, and including a lot of the greenery over here. The next few months of this project is going to be really fun to watch. Again, this is my favorite part of any new ride or attraction, is the build out. So really curious to see what they're going to do right here. And then for those wondering, this side is also fenced off, so I'm wondering if this has to do with the coaster as well. Only time will tell. Well, that is going to do it for today's very quick video from Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button, and if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Universal or some of your other favorite theme parks, consider subscribing, because I have brand new videos every single week. Be sure to check out my socials by following the links down below. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.